what you can do that's useful for people in the world, and what you really enjoy doing. And you just write and write and write and write. And don't worry about just, am I getting this answer right? Am I getting this answer wrong? There's no right or wrong answer. It's just subjective to you, how you feel. So you want to write about 4 things. What you... Hey, it's Alan here. So ChatGPT can find your next job. Are you on LinkedIn looking for a job at the moment? Well, I think ChatGPT can find you your next job. How do we prompt this? What do we do? How do we get our next job using ChatGPT? Well, okay. So first of all, I've always felt that if you don't have a job right now, your current job is to find your next job. So that means you work 8 hours a day in your current job. I'm assuming. Maybe. Some of you work maybe 10 hours. Some of you maybe you work 12 hours a day. Maybe you're starting a business, you're very, very busy and you work 12 to 15 hours a day. I don't know. Maybe you work 6 hours a day. Maybe you work 4. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. But let's pretend that you work 8 hours a day, which is maybe the average, maybe 7, 6. I don't know. We have to take out lunches, blah, blah. But let's say you work 7 hours a day. While you're employed, you're working 7 hours a day, and you worked hard those 7 hours. So now you're not employed anymore. But now your job is to find a new job. So that's 7 hours you were using in your job. You should be using that 7 hours, maybe 6, maybe 5, I don't know, but you should be using a certain amount of hours every day on organized job search. Now, how can ChatGPT cut down that time and help you find what you want quicker? Well, ask it to be a career coach. Ask it to be a career coach. And I'll put a full prompt in a box. I don't know if it's above this video or below. I think it's above this video or below this video. So here is an example prompt for ChatGPT to find your next job. Pretend you're a career coach. This is the prompt for ChatGPT. Pretend you're a career coach. I am going to ask you a number of questions and give my previous work experience. I want you to provide suggestions on how to get the next job. Now, the other thing it can do very, very well is write the cover letter, because this is the thing that's very time consuming. The cover letter and the CV. Now, you have a CV, and what we've done in the past is send the same CV into every single job. But every job needs a slightly different CV, because one job might be focused on one area of what you do and another job might be focused on another area, and you want to enhance the areas that are appropriate to the current job that you're applying for. So I would suggest with ChatGPT we can redo the CV for every single job we are applying for to emphasize the areas of our CV that are our resume over in the States that are appropriate for that particular job. And particularly with the cover letter has to be very, very appropriate. And I think we put a lot of work into writing cover letters and making sure they're clear and appropriate for a specific job. But with ChatGPT, we can do this much, 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 much better. So, pretend you're a career, this is the prompt. Pretend you're a career coach. I'm going to give you my CV, resume. I'm going to give you my experience, and I would like you to write the cover letter and the CV for this specific job. So you give the job description. Now, good practice is to take items from the job description and put them specifically in the cover letter, because that's the things that are on their mind, and they go through the cover letter and, whoa, this is a really good fit. Straight away, they feel this is a good fit. So pretend you're a career coach. So put this prompt in. I'll put the prompt in the text area in this video, which is either above or below. So what you want to do then is you need to give as much information as possible to ChatGPT. So I would suggest something called a 5-minute free write. 5-minute free write. So you put a timer on. Could be 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minute free write. So you put a timer on and you start writing. typing. For me, it's typing. For some people, it depends what you're more comfortable doing. For me, I'm more comfortable typing. But if you're more comfortable writing, just write it. These days, you can actually get your writing into your computer for most ways. You can probably take a picture with your phone and turn that into typing, get into ChatGPT. But whatever you're more comfortable with, you can retype it out. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're more comfortable, you can write or you can type. So it's called a 5-minute free write. You put on a timer, 5 minutes, and you start writing, and you don't stop writing until the timer goes off. And you write anything, and there's no wrong answer. So you're going to write about what you're interested in, kind of ikigai things, what you're interested in, what you can do that can make money for you in the world, what you can do that's useful for people in the world, and what you really enjoy doing. And you just write and write and write and write. And don't worry about just, am I getting this answer right? Am I getting this answer wrong? There's no right or wrong answer. It's just subjective to you, how you feel. So you want to write about 4 things. What you believe you can make money doing, what you're good at, what you enjoy doing, and what you do that will help the world. And you write 4 paragraphs out, as much text as you possibly can about that. And you're going to feed that into ChatGPT. So take this 5-minute rewrite, which is based on the ikigai, which is a Japanese method, meaning in English means reason for being. But you just take that text. Hopefully you have 300, 400, 500 words. Put that into ChatGPT. You may need Plus for this. It's €20 a month. You may need Plus for this, for the amount of text you're going to be putting in. So you put that in ChatGPT. Say, act as a career coach. Use the prompt that I'm going to put in here. Act as a career coach, blah, blah. This is then you're going to copy out the job description as well. So you're going to put in your 5-minute free write. You're going to put in your job description. You're going to paste that into ChatGPT with the prompt I'm going to give you. Act as a career coach, blah, 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 blah. You'll see it. It'll be in there. And write me a cover letter and write me a CV. And ChatGPT is going to write you a great cover letter and a great CV. You just copy it out and use it each time. And it's going to be specifically focused on that specific job description. They are never, ever, until more people start using ChatGPT, they're never, ever going to get a more appropriate application for this job. Now, it's a numbers game. So I'm not saying you do this one time and you get the job. I'm saying you do this over and over and over again. But once you do a 5-minute free write, that can be used over and over again. It's fine. You can even put in your current CV if you want to. But get these into ChatGPT. It's going to keep spitting you out cover letters, and it's going to keep spitting you out CVs. And you can apply for 10, 15, 20 times the amount of jobs using this method than you can doing it manually. So if you could apply for maybe 3 or 4 jobs a day, you can now apply for 30 to 50 jobs a day using this method. And there's plenty of jobs out there, so you're not going to run, maybe you will run out of jobs using it, but if you're working 8 hours a day every day. But there's still plenty of jobs out there, so just keep pumping them out. And the more you apply for, the more interviews you're going to get and the more offers you're going to get. And if you get a couple of offers, it puts you in a good position to negotiate. So when you negotiate, you get this huge pay rise and you can buy yourself a new car. I want you to put in a comment, come back to this video, put in a comment, say, thank you, Alan. Thank you for my pay rise, Alan. This has been Alan here talking about getting your next job using ChatGPT.